Hey, it's day 111 of me, triple one. Practice my speaking skill, and today I'm just gonna summarize my knowledge about carburetor. A carburetor is, to put it simply, then a carburetor is a device that atomizes fuel, that basically mix fuel and air into the engines for it to combust. The main concept is that most of the motorcycles or automobiles that we use are mostly based on internal combustion engine that take gasoline or fuel as energy, and the carburetor and the main source of force the main source of force the main part of the machines of the motorcycles or automobiles to generate force out through the internal combustion engine, and the carburetor is a part that is attached to the internal combustion engine to again atomize the fuel, mix fuel and air together to feed that into the engine to combust. In more detail, then a carburetor have several mechanisms that helps us atomize fuel and air into a mixture of gas, kind of like a gas. Yeah, it's kind of like a really small drops of liquid that's mixed with the air, and which pretty much ideally turn into a kind of gas when it's reached the engine or the cylinder. A lot of stuff that we will be talk about in this video will be pure technical, so yeah, it was mostly just be me talking with myself. Just about I talk I talking on my own. A carburetor operates purely on mechanical design and tubing and aerodynamic and thermodynamics and fluid movement. There's no electronics components involved in old carburetor, even though advanced, yeah, there is carburetor with electronic sensors, but later on there's two types of carburetor: the old carburetor when they only use mechanical design, and pure physical that's don't have any electronic involved, and the new one recently when the one there's electronic sensors involved and all the electronic components like the fuel injectors that's in the modern carburetors. So simply the modern carburetor are way more efficient and modern than the old one. But I will talk about the old one first because technically then I think the old ones do have a better design and there's more ingenuity in the old carburetor in comparison to when we actually compare that to the new one. Even though if we look deeply upon the electronics on the new carburetor, then that's genuinely genius. Lots of ingenious that is involved in that. But electronic components are pretty simple if we don't dive too deep into them. Not that simple, but simple in comparison to the mechanical design. I've already wasted 4 minutes through spewing out. Talking about random topic without a framework. Carburetor basically have four main phases. There's a cold start phase when the engine is still cold and it need a richer mixture of fuel and air to allow for combustion in the engine. The second one is the idle speed range. The COSAT usually have two type, which is two most popular type, which is the choke plate COSAT system and the enrichment COSAT system. Enrichment, yeah, I forgot to talk about the venturi. Venturi is one of the most important thing, and I forgot to introduce about the air and the fuel system too. I did the same mistake in the last video. Well, perhaps I would just have to state that this video is gonna be purely technical, and if you aren't really into carburetor, then yeah, we shouldn't really watch the with this video. Yeah, this video is targeting a pretty niche area, niche field. Well, whatever. That's it for day cheaper one. See you guys in day 112.